It's on the way. Did you hear me?
Yeah. It's posted. I want to refresh real quick.
Posted.
Better.
Yeah.
Man, it is so. We're gonna get rained out. Let me know.
Floor is yours.
Hey, this is the Burn It Down NASCAR podcast. A little late this week, but we got lives too. So let's do this. Michigan overall thoughts, besides it was a marathon race.
Who had Chris Buescher winning back-to-back races on their bingo card? Not me.
Not me either. And Keselowski with a
Fourth. Yeah, they're
place.
strong right now.
Yep. Penske better be getting into the toolbox here.
Yeah, they figured something out for sure.
Yeah,
Took them a year and a
RFK
half, but they figured something out.
They weren't bad last year. Brad hadn't have gotten that
Penalty.
100-point
Yeah.
penalty at Atlanta early on, he'd have been in the playoffs. But um, I actually thought it was a really good race. There was only one big melee, uh, and I can't remember exactly who all was involved. Somebody, either they weren't paying attention or their spotter gave them bad information, which it's hard to spot at Michigan, kind of like Indy. You can't see the whole track,
Yeah.
and they're all sitting at the starting flag up in the towers there.
Mhm.
So we know for a fact that seeing that whole back stretch kind of tough. But uh tire troubles again at
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah. Took a lot of people out, and I think I expected this race to be good just because like this year, at least with the new updates, the race has been good from bigger tracks like this and how fast they were going, and it took, I guess, a lot of people by surprise of how loose cars got in the corner when they're next to somebody. It took out Kyle Busch, and all these other people were spinning because they were too close to another one. The air changed or whatever, but it got them loose and spun them out and took them out of the race.
Well, two things on that. Uh, Michigan is the fastest
Yeah.
track on the circuit now. It used to be Atlanta, now it's Michigan, as far as top speeds and corner speeds and all that. But also, I listened to a lot of interviews before and after the race, and they all said just how on the edge they were driving all the
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
Just on the edge of wrecking at any given time. So you got to give them hats off for doing as well as what they did. And again, I don't know whether there's a tire problem or if NASCAR is going to blame the crews for pushing the air pressure limits. Uh, it just a lot of good cars got taken out.
Mainly Hendrick.
So yeah, they only had one car finish the damn race, I think, and that was
Yeah. Kyle Larson.
fifth. You had Elliott in 36, Byron in
35th.
35th, and Bowman in 33rd. So
Yep.
I don't know.
He's better win the next
Kinda
two races
odd.
or one of the next two races.
He better. He's not going to point in. That's a fact.
Not now.
So
I don't
real
think.
quickly, Michigan results. Of course, we know Buescher went back to back. Martinsville and this, and so that's two in a row.
Richmond.
Richmond. Truex, who was the car to beat all day long.
Yeah, he was
That
fast.
car, or both days, I should say.
Yeah.
He was just strong, and I don't know whether they made a or whether Buescher made a better adjustment on that last pit stop. Buescher was awesome. How he was the traffic is picks and taking the air off of Denny. I mean, Denny or Martin got up close to him a couple times in the closing laps and tried to side draft Buescher, and Buescher just did it right back to him. That it was a good battle. The last 20-25 laps I thought was great. But anyway, Hamlin was second. Rounding out the top 10 was Keselowski. Larson's strong showing for Suarez. Chastain, Harvick, Blaney, and Eric Jones. Everyone keeps saying that Richard Petty or Legacy Motorsports is washed up. I don't think so. That was a strong showing for Eric.
Eric
And
always
of course
likes
you
that
had-
track, though.
He does, but still, it's a top 10,
Yeah.
and the other guy can't do anything. He's not gonna do anything. Ty Gibbs had a strong finish in 11th. Bubba was strong early on. Lost his mojo, and finished 18th. Another one that his teammate Riddick, he was strong early on too, and he got caught up in some stuff. Well, his own
Pit,
making, his
yeah.
pit crew didn't put the lug nut on properly, and it took him forever to get that addressed and get him back out. And he ended up finishing 30th, a couple of laps down, but more than a couple. So anyway, and again, we already talked about Bowman in 33rd, Byron in 35th, Josh Berry in the 42 was in 34th. Yeah, Chase finished 36th, and Kyle Busch dead last. Again, another tire issue, I believe. So that pretty much recaps Michigan. The points report, which really doesn't mean a whole lot anymore, but first through 10th, you got Truex, Hamlin, Byron, Bell, Harvick, Larson, Chastain, Keselowski, Busch, and Blaney. Buescher is in 11th on points, but he's locked in the chase. Chase Elliott is actually 22nd in points, but for the playoff, he's 55 out of the cut line.
Only way he gets it is if he finishes top 5 and gets like every stage point possible from here on out. But he's
gonna have to have a lot of good cars fall out, and
yeah.
Back-to-back road course. Yes, Chase is very good at road courses, and Watkins Glen is one of his favorite places in the world. But I saw something where Chase hasn't won a road course in like 2 years, 3 years. It's been a.
I'd have to check last year, so he might have not won last year road course, but he did the year before.
Okay, and then just your playoff standings, and then we can get on to things. Byron is front with 4 wins. Then it's Truex and Busch with 3 wins apiece. Hamlin, Larson, and Buescher with 2 wins each. And the rest of the top 12 with a win is Bell, Chastain, Blaney, Logano, Reddick, and Stenhouse. Those above the cutoff line are Harvick 180 plus, Keselowski 168 plus, Bubba 58 plus, and Ty Gibbs 3 plus. This is Michael McDowell's time to shine if he thinks and Suarez for that matter, if they want to get in on points only, barring anybody else, which I think we are going to have a few first-time winners. McDowell is 3 behind, Suarez is 5 behind, Allmendinger is 24, and mathematically, with a shot to get in on points, is Bowman 44 down, Cindric 53 down, Elliott 55 down. Realistically, those last 4, they need to get a win, because I really think of the 4 remaining available spots in the playoffs, there's going to be, I mean, you got Daytona, somebody that's 20th in points could win that thing just and get in.
Yeah.
Even a McDowell. Then you've got the road courses coming up. And I'm going to be honest. I hope Van Gisbergen wins at Indianapolis just to take that possibility of another winner getting in there, because he can't get in. He hasn't had minimum races. But I want to see this points battle play out more than just somebody winning. So, like I said, we're 3 away, and we have the road course at Indy, Watkins Glen, and then up at Daytona. And I think it's going to be interesting. And then just a little bit, I picked for the win at Michigan. I picked Keselowski. He was 4th. You picked Harvick, which wasn't a bad pick. Where'd he end up?
8th.
Yeah.
I probably I didn't even take him in one of my picks. I probably should have.
I had him in the garage in a couple leagues. I ended up using him just because I also had Kyle Busch.
Yeah, I had Kyle Busch. I had Chase Elliott. I had Bell, but he came back in 13th after his issue.
And for dark horses, I picked Eric Jones, which pretty good pick in 10th, and you picked Priest, which wasn't horrible. He ended up
22nd.
22nd. Yeah. And for the Michigan, our predictions for the win, I said Keselowski 4th. You said Elliott, which was 36. Not all of his fault. So that's that. Whoa, what did I do with my?
Did you hear the Tyler Reddick blow up on the radio at his pit crew? He was.
Oh, he did.
He was.
And they deserved every bit of it.
He was.
They deserved every. He said before the race, said we cannot beat ourselves.
No.
And what did they do?
Well, he was mad. He was mad because he saw the right rear guy stutter, and he goes, "Are we good? Are we good?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we're good." And next thing you know, on the exact same lap, as he was talking, his car he spun out. If you hear the in car, and then he was hot. I bet you that guy is
I don't blame him.
Either suspended or replaced, or that guy has done the next 5 days of 10-hour training on how to change a damn tire. Because he knew he messed up. He knew it wasn't tight. He stuttered, and he said, "All right, just go. I think it's good." No. If you don't think, you need to make sure, because what you did is way worse, because now where'd he finish? 30th. 30th. He finished 30th when he was first. Yeah.
Yeah, he took the win away. There's no two ways about it, because Wreck was in place when that happened. And it just rings in my head in the pre-race interview on Sunday. Tyler said, all we got to do is not beat ourselves. And it happened. And but I guess move on to a little bit of news and things, and I know what's coming. I guess this Rockefeller guy is going to be in the 42 for legacy for both road course races, and beyond that, I'm not sure if they've made an announcement or not, or if they're still trying to figure it out. Let's see. Of course, we know that Jimmy Johnson and Knaus are in the Hall of Fame now with Bobby Allison. And as much as I think Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus are overrated, because I do, it's nice to see them go in together. I appreciate that.
Yeah, they should.
And JGR hit a milestone with 200 Xfinity wins. That was kind of cool. Other than, again, it was a rain delay by a day. I honestly, I was shocked that they actually got the rest of that in on Monday. Because when I texted you early Monday. I wasn't Monday. Or maybe Sunday, that it was going to be a Tuesday race, because the radar just looked horrible for all day Sunday and all day Monday.
Well, you texted me, I don't know, it was early a week, not late, but late. He's like, well, it looks like we're going to have a Tuesday race. It says it might. And then when the race came, you said, I think something like that, we'll be lucky to get it in. I'm like, it rained all day Saturday, because I planned on doing stuff outside, and I'm like, it rained literally all day and into the night. And I'm like, if this goes there, there's no way.
I understand it. The radar, even Sunday night again, and I checked it Monday morning, it didn't. So I was and then they still had, it was misting and stuff when they started the race. They had to delay.
See, that's so stupid. Never start a race under caution just to get laps in. Stupid. Wait till it's dry. NASCAR needs to stop with that bullshit.
I can tell you what NASCAR's mind frame was. They only needed 24 laps to make it a halfway, and they could call it legitimately.
I'm sorry, that should be in the rule book.
Not have that Chicago debacle like they did, where they called it the Xfinity race before halfway.
Never start a race under caution. Sorry, that's not.
I
had a friend I played games with, and he's like, I'm going to be up in your area this week. I'm like, what do you mean in my area? Oh, the Michigan race. I'm like, homie, that is not in my area. And I go,
Well,
good luck. I'm like, good luck, because that race probably isn't gonna happen on Sunday. I'm glad I didn't go,
Yeah.
because there's obviously that, but still, like, I've seen a lot of people pissed off because, well, this is my first race and blah blah blah, and I got my tickets and they cancel a lot of things. I'm like, that's what you get. I'm sorry, like, that's the chance you take when you get passes and this and that, and it's out of NASCAR's control. I mean, yeah, they could refund you. I don't know if they do, but I don't know why a lot wouldn't, like, if it didn't happen. But yeah, this is a chance you take.
it's like going camping. Just
Yeah.
as regular people, you can't hold the campground
Yeah.
accountable because it rained the whole week.
Well, it's
you
like
were
when
there.
you're going fishing. Stupid fish! You don't get on my
Yeah.
hook.
I saw some guy, and I let him post it on NASCAR Facebook. I thought, man, you are going to get destroyed over this one. And he was basically, where do I go to get my money? I spent all this time, money, and effort getting here, and I can't see, and I can't come back tomorrow because I got to work. And oh man, I'm like, dude, you're going to get a beat down. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. They're not going to do anything. The only way a track would do something, and I can't even recall ever seeing it happen. Because, I mean, there's all kinds. You remember that Indy race in '08 or '09 where the tires wouldn't last more than 8 or 9 laps and they had to come in and pit
Yeah.
because the tires just wore out so fast? It was like 20 heat races. They're not going to give you, there's things beyond their control. They still put on the show. They still had to hire everybody to work at the track. But all the things that go into it, from personnel to just things they got to buy to do it, they can't say, oh, our bad. We got, outside of offhandedly like
Yeah.
that, could I see some kind of natural disaster? And I don't call a rainstorm a natural disaster. It is some of the best times I ever had at Michigan was rain delay. Those people got stupid. It was fun to watch.
Hey, you guys had fun. I didn't. That was a year I wasn't there. That's another story for another time.
People getting thrown out of that place left and right for bumper skitching and all kinds of other stuff.
If you wanna, if anybody's watching or listening, if you wanna look at video, I think you just gotta search Michigan International Raceway Campgrounds, August 2017.
Was it 17?
No, it's the 7th, 2007. Sorry, 2007.
I was gonna say I was here in 17.
2007. Sorry,
that was
2007.
Hilarious. And one little, and I'll quit telling the story. Across away from us, this Canadian bunch was in there, and the girls, because I think that year the race was actually delayed till Tuesday.
It was,
if I'm not mistaken, and then they started in a
fog, and
that was so thick.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, I watched.
Kurt Busch won that race, if I remember.
I don't remember. I watched a thing on it actually not too long ago, and that was wild.
Those people across the girls went to town to do shopping because the race definitely called off. And by the time they got back from Brooklyn doing their shopping, the guys had gotten so drunk and made so many people mad that they got thrown out. And they were packing up when the girls got back. And I'll never forget, his wife just looked him dead in the eye. I can't take your ass anywhere, can I? So, anyway, Noah Gragson is now an ex.
Yeah,
NASCAR
this when I read this seems like, hey, you're getting fired or you need to step down. This is what it seems like. So when this came out, he says, to make it look better on you, you're just gonna step down and work on yourself and blah blah blah, instead of, all right, I'm fired. So I think this is the latter of the two. What it seemed like.
Have we figured it out? Everyone knows what that meme that he didn't even post it. He just liked it. And then it came out later in the week. The reporter, and I forget his name, he went after Noah for a reason. We've heard all the rumors about John Hunter Nemechek and Legacy, and them wanting to court him in there. I've got this feeling and suspicion. I can't help it. I just think that they wanted Noah out of there to make room for John Hunter, and they had this investigative reporter do something. You do what he did, which was just scour his media, his social, and came up with this. Um, Now, do I condone that? No, I don't. He should have just let. That's one of, you can save yourself a lot of grief on social media.
Yeah,
Just
anything.
scroll on.
Yeah, you can laugh at it, you can smirk, do whatever, but don't like it. If you want to like it, get on a burner account or something, so they don't know you. But like, it matters. Like that one button click.
Yep, it's. But I have we figured out yet whether this is 3 years ago or was it really earlier this?
I'm trying to find it.
Because there's been a lot of discussion about that. But it started out that he was suspended for 2 races, and then all this John popped up, and then he was going to sensitivity class, and somehow in all the discussion, Kyle Larson got brought up in it. And I'm sure it's back when they were iRacing during COVID, and he got in trouble for what he said on a live mic. I don't know, but if you want to do a comparison on the two, Kyle Larson lost his job and was out of NASCAR for over a year.
Saying the word, and I can understand if he posted the meme, that's different, but like, he liked it. Kyle Larson said the word, but he didn't say it in a derogatory way. He's more saying like, what's up type of thing, and trying to get someone's attention. Just the friend thing. Just because of the color of his skin, it's bad. Whatever. Noah Gragson, he liked the meme. Don't get me wrong. There was 300,000 people like that fucking meme. So, whatever. But if you want to compare apples to apples, Denny Hamlin liked a tweet making fun of Asian people and how they drive because of Kyle Larson. He didn't get it suspended. He didn't lose his job. I think he may have got a fine, but he only had to do insensitive training. In my opinion, you set a precedence because of liking a meme online, making fun of another race.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Should have got the same treatment, or Noah should have got the
same treatment. One or the other. But in my opinion, you set precedents. You set a standard of, you like a racial meme, you just have to take insensitive training. But because of it's George Floyd, he lost his job. He got suspended. Who knows how long it's going to take for him to get over this. It took how long for Kyle Larson? 3 years? 2 years?
And he was at the top of his game.
Yeah.
And Noah Gregson's just starting out.
Yeah.
I mean, he was lucky to have to take to be able to take, even though it's a lower tier ride, considered if you want to do a hierarchy of teams. But
I just don't like how the inconsistency.
I don't expect to see Noah Gragson back in a cup car, and let's face it, Noah had some issues last year. Got himself in some hot water at Road America when he caused that 9 or 10 car pile up intentionally. So he already had a bullseye on his back. It was again an unforced error. In the grand scheme of things, he shouldn't have done it, but is it worthy of this kind of attention and punishment? I don't know.
I think NASCAR is under, just because they're trying to, I think another layer of it is NASCAR is trying to, I won't say approach, but expand their viewing presence and viewer whatever into the black community. Let's just be honest. So now that you have a driver like a George Floyd death meme, you can't let it slide. So I think that's what they're doing, is it's too high profile because of that. And I could be wrong, but I just feel just because of that, because look what they're doing for NASCAR. They're trying to make it woke. They're trying to go into that California and do all these things. So I think their audience base is they're trying not to lose it with this. So they're trying to take action, a severe action against it.
I agree. And we've been saying it for quite a while now that they better be careful going this woke direction. I mean, two perfect examples are, Bud Light. It's unbelievable the backlash over that. And then it was just today came out that the shareholders of Target are suing the corporate side of it over their decisions that they've made over the last couple of months and the loss in revenues and things of that nature. So you're a high profile corporation with a product you're trying to sell. Just concentrate on doing that and stop trying to please everybody, because you're not going to do it. Cater to your base. Stick with what got you there, dance with the partner that brung you, instead of trying to find new partners once you get to the dance.
Well,
well,
look what Busch Beer's doing. They're selling off their beer brands, if you didn't know. With all
there's
the shit.
eight brands that Anheuser-Busch, the umbrella company,
so
has
the
sold
same
off.
Because they lost like $20 billion of their woke bullshit they're doing. And the American people, the worker that is the right wing, says, screw you, we're going Modelo or whatever it is now.
Yingling is skyrocketing.
Yeah, so sorry, you've lost it. You're no longer the American beer.
Yeah. Well, a lot of answers will come after we get done with Watkins Glen, because like I said, Rockefeller is in the 42 for Noah the next two races, and
Josh Berry.
Do
you think Josh Berry's gonna stay in that car, even though he's going to Ford? Well,
that would be my point. Is why would he finish out the year?
What now?
I don't think Stewart
finish out the year.
Why would he finish out the year in a Chevy? He's going to be in a Ford next year full time, which he is.
He's not under contract with them yet.
Actually he is.
Well, for 2024, it's that contract starts.
Yeah. But I'm sure they have a little say-so in what.
Yeah.
Now and
yeah.
then.
I'm pretty sure Tony was like, "Yeah, your guys in a bind. Go ahead," type thing. I don't know who's gonna be. I don't.
Maybe getting him.
Go ahead.
Getting him some seat time and some experience.
Well, the thing is, though, it's such short time, and the way these cars are literally molded around the driver. I'm sure Hendrick had Barry's mold, just had to go get it and then put it in the car, because they have to make it. Carbon fiber, everything. So they just had to go get his seat that he used for Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman. So I think there's a lot of things that went into it, because there's no way he's going to jump in that seat of Noah Gragson, who's a bigger boy. There's no way he's going to fit it. So they had to get his seat made. There's no way they could have made it in 12 hours. It takes a long time.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that was another thing of it. Like, we don't have no driver to fit this. It's not going to work. So, because if you guys remember, just one little minor adjustment last year, Tyler Reddick's legs were numb because they didn't have the seat right, and it was fitted for him. Imagine it not being fitted for you.
True.
So
they got you strapped in so tight once you're there.
You're stuck.
You're not moving. It's not like scratch your leg underneath. You can't even get to your leg. But it'll be interesting to see if we start seeing reports of John Hunter sightings around Legacy, or because people are going to be watching now, especially with the announcement that Noah Gragson is gone. They're saying the official story is he has asked for the release from his contract. I think that Legacy has come out and said that they're going to grant that.
I can read it. I sent you the thing.
I know. I've seen it a million times.
Today, Noah Gragson requested his release from the contract as the driver of the 42 Legacy Motor Club. This is a quote from Noah. I have asked Legacy Motor Club to release me from my contract so I can take time to work through the NASCAR reinstatement process, which doesn't take long. Kyle Larson, if you know his past, it took him less than a week. I love racing. I'm looking forward to the second chance to compete for wins at the highest level in NASCAR, and most importantly, make my family, my team, and the fans proud of me once again. This is the next quote is from Cal Wells III, CEO of Legacy Motor Club. Noah has a ton of talent and has a great personality. This is a difficult decision, but we are proud that Noah has taken ownership of his actions, and we are confident he will work through the process with NASCAR and come back stronger.
So it sounds to me like they are going to release him.
Oh, yeah, he's already out. He's done. He's out of the car.
So, all right, it'll be something.
Technically not fired, but the same result.
Yeah, he resigned and they accepted. So, it'll just be interesting to watch because there's going to be reporters inside the industry that are going to be watching real close to see activities at and around the shop and who comes, who goes. So, all right, that was the big one this week. They're really, other than the race being delayed and Buescher back to back in it, I still say Keselowski's going to win before the end of the.
I think that was one of my quotes or one of my predictions. I have to go find it or listen to the first podcast, the like 10 predictions. I don't know where it's at, but one of them was Roush, both drivers winning. I don't know where I put that. Oh, it's right here.
I was going to say, I think I got it too.
I said Kyle Busch 3+ wins. I don't know I should read this yet, but Danny Hamlin, Martin Truex done with JGR, which is wrong because Martin Truex just said he's re-signed. Kevin Harvick goes out with a win with a bang. I don't know what. I said Ty Gibbs in a fight. He almost. This is the last year of the LA Coliseum, which is probably true because they haven't announced it yet. I said RFK drivers each get a win. Oh, the next one's way off. I said Alex Bowman to the 4, which is wrong. Alex Bowman re-signed. I said Sam Mayer to the 48, so that's not working. I said Jimmy Johnson will be a non-factor. That's true. I said North Wilkesboro will be a hit. Boom. I said Bubba won't get a win.
So what did I say? Anything?
No, I texted you to do this, and you said, okay, yeah, and then we came up to it, you forgot about it. But you did make some up on the spot. You said, like, Jeff Gordon will be in a race or drive or something like that.
Oh, I've got it right here, LA. I predicted Denny and Truex will be done with JGR. Harvick almost looked like yours.
You probably wrote down
Bowman
mine.
To the number 4. I said Truex. You said Kyle Busch with 3+ wins, and I said Kyle will win the championship.
Yeah.
We both predicted next year Rockingham will be the Clash and the All-Star. That's kind of interesting. I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
I don't see where I wrote anything down. We did. Here's a fun little one. For Hendrick, you predicted Larson, and I predicted Elliott would be the first winner for Hendrick.
We were wrong.
You got that. Yeah, you got that right.
No, Larson wasn't the first, was he? Was Larson the first win?
Well, he's got to win.
Yeah,
he's better than I pick.
Yeah.
Bowman or
I think
Byron was one.
Byron got the one. He's a hot streak this year. He's kind of slowed down, but
we both said Allmendinger, and that could possibly be correct for Colleague. For Legacy, I said Johnson, and you said
Oh
neither
well.
one.
Oh well.
For Childress, we both said
Oh yeah, this is where we
Kyle
picked each who's gonna
Busch.
be the first winners of each. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. For Trackhouse, we both said Ross. We got that. For Front Row, McDowell, both of us, and we didn't say that. That hasn't happened yet.
It
For
might.
RFK, it might.
The
I
next three
haven't checked
races.
that
The
one.
next 3 races are in his wheelhouse.
Right in his wheelhouse. For RFK, we both said Brad. That was
Oh wow, yeah.
For Stuart Haas, we both said Harvick. Has anybody won at Stuart Haas? I don't think so. No,
No.
there's nobody. Nobody's won from. All right, for Penske, I said Blaney. You said Logano.
Logano won that one.
Logano. That was correct. They both won, but
Yeah,
Logano
was
was
first.
first. For 2311,
Reddick. We had to say Reddick. There's no way we said Bubba.
yeah. And has he's won? He's not won a race yet.
Reddick? Yeah,
Has
yes.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
we
he's
got
won
that right.
one, and it wasn't a road course.
And then for Gibbs, I said Ty Gibbs. You said Bell. Wrong. That wasn't even close. So I'd forgotten we did that early on. Yeah, well, that's for the first show next year. We'll get. That's kind of fun. But anyway, brings us to. Let's do some predictions for next week at Indy. Winners and dark horsey.
Indy? Oh. I bring up the Indy. Oh, who's like really on a hot streak? I'm gonna say Martin. He's like road courses. He's finally getting used to this car. He's got his boat. He's got like a new contract for next year. He's feeling good. He's got the new girl. You haven't noticed?
Yeah.
Hey man,
I didn't want to bring that up because I don't know what that. I can't. His girlfriend of
wow,
15 plus
yeah, yeah. It was cancer, and he's there by her side. Yeah.
Yep, I'd love to know what happened with that one.
He's probably wanting him to retire, and he's like, no. Same thing with Chase. He's got a girl on pit road with her too. Him too.
Yeah. Who you taking for a dark horse? 25 or below?
This actually shouldn't be that hard because it's a good road course.
But
you know what? Haha, Shane Van Gissenberg. He's 36th. By the rule.
Ginsberger. Well, I'm taking Van Ginsberger for the win. He'll be the only driver in NASCAR history first 2 starts in NASCAR. And I'm taking Eric Jones for the dark horse. You got a better shot at dark horse than I do, but I took it for the win. So kind of looking forward. I heard Sirius XM, which I kind of like, because someone was calling in complaining about the road course in Indy, and I'm gonna be straight. I don't like it either. It was exciting last year, but that's just because at turn 1, everybody was crashing in it. But they had an interesting conversation. 2 things. There's a lot of people that don't like the clash out in LA, and their train of thought was and I think this is historically true for the most change. They go with it for 3 years before they decide either they're going to keep it or they're going to adjust it. Uh, why I think the schedule for next year should be coming out. But you notice anymore these contracts they're doing with the tracks are 3-year deals. Chicago is a 3-year deal. The Coliseum was a 3-year deal. The road course at Indy was a 3-year deal. I don't know if North Wilkesboro was a 3-year deal or if that was a one-off. I haven't heard anything. But they've been rotating the All-Star race around for a while now. Now I can't pull out of my brain, and I'm not looking online to see how long they were at Texas. And I know they do the All-Star at Bristol one year.
Yeah, COVID.
So I don't know that that's necessarily a 3-year deal. But what they were pointing out is there's been a lot of chatter going back to the oval at Indianapolis next year because it's like the 40th anniversary of the first. I think 94 was the first race there, and 2024 will be 40 years or 30. I'm sorry, 30 years since the first race, and to commemorate the anniversary to the oval. And then the discussion is they may just leave Indianapolis and go somewhere else. So, but with that theory, that would mean they've got one more year with the Coliseum, and I can't see him taking it any farther than next year, this coming opening season. I hate it. I'd rather see that money put into other tracks to help them out. I mean, that costs them a couple million because they got to tear up all the grass. They've got to put down a whole asphalt track. All the modifications and then when they're done, they got to tear all that up and refurbish the stadium back to the way they found it. That's not cheap.
No.
So
it'll be interesting. I don't mind the road course. I think it's fun and interesting, but I also think they need the oval or the rectangle track of Indy. Do both.
I do too. I don't know about do both. There are tracks built road course. Don't turn an oval into a road course. It's like don't make a concrete track into a dirt track. You want to race a dirt track? Go to Eldora or somewhere. Stop screwing up my Bristol. Stop screwing up my Indianapolis.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it, but I understand what you're saying. If they have to do and want to do both, they're doing both. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
I mean, I think honestly we're getting to the point of saturation with road courses. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
Got Watkins Glen and Sonoma that have been on the schedule forever. I don't know what the condition of Riverside is anymore. Whether it's retrievable or if it's even possible. But you've also got Road America in Wisconsin that you can do.
They went 1 year.
These are
That they went to 1 year.
1 year. And that Xfinity is still going there.
They have.
I don't know
they
why
have,
they can't
and
make
don't
it
they have the Xfinity race in like Washington or Oregon? They just went to that NASCAR doesn't go to.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but still
starts with an I.
I have no idea. I mean, I could look it up.
Something rock.
Let's see. Who won it?
Yeah, no, where was it?
Who won it? I can know where it was. There's Road America, that was July. That was only and then Chicago Street Race before that. It said Road America.
No.
Then they got Indy, and then they got Watkins Glen. I'm looking it up right now. It was Road America. Road America 180. Sam Mayer won. Before that was Pocono, New Hampshire, Atlanta, Chicago, Nashville, Sonoma, then Portland. That it?
Portland, that was it.
Portland International Raceway. There's your eye. Portland International.
That, yeah, that was where I'm. But you got that. You've got, like I said, so many out there. Coda, that's fine. I don't necessarily like that race, but that's fine. It's a road course. If you want to not go to Indianapolis, or I mean, there's so much. I just don't want them turning these ovals and big tracks into road courses. If you don't want to go there, okay, but don't turn them into a damn road course.
Well, you're turning. It's kind of like they did the Daytona road course. You're turning in an iconic race that's Indianapolis 500. That is one of the crown jewels into a road course. You got rid of the crown jewel. Why?
Exactly.
It's funny because on the radio, they're going to the Brickyard. I'm like, that's not the Brickyard. Sorry. It's just the Indianapolis. It's not the Brickyard. Stop. Don't call the Indy road course the Brickyard because they're talking about it on the radio. No. In my mind, like, no. In my mind, so.
I'd have called them. I'd have called them and told them about it, but. All right. I've got nothing else.
There's small little news. There's Michael McDowell and Todd Gilliland both re-signed.
Yeah, with front row, right?
Yeah, they both re-signed, and there was rumors of McDowell going to the 10, which obviously didn't happen, and there was a rumor of replacing Todd Gilliland, but they didn't want to start all over with the new rookie, so they're keeping Todd probably for another year, and then they're gonna probably bring up someone else. So that takes off. Who's gonna go to the 10? If he doesn't re-sign, who's taking that ride? That's another topic, or not topic, but something to look at down the line.
I haven't really thought about it because almost everything else has been settled. Denny, Truex is back.
Well, Denny's not back yet, but they said they expect him to.
I thought I saw. Well, all right. I can't prove that. I can prove Martin though. He's for sure coming back.
Yeah.
So.
I think the only one that's, unless someone else gets fired, is the 42 and the 10 so far. I can think of off the top of my head. Cars that could be possibly. Unless now Daniel Suarez. I don't know what Cindric's is, but he doesn't race too well. Corey LaJoie re-signed. Harrison Burton, if I was him, I'd be afraid because he ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I've heard rumors about him being kicked out of
Oh,
that
yeah,
car
Justin
too.
Haley's leaving the 31, right? To go to Rick Ware. So who's taking the 31?
I don't see people jumping up and down, pick me, pick me, pick me.
No. Yeah, that's all the drivers. Like, there's like 4 or 5. It's not like last few years where it's been, unless someone randomly, gets dropped, but there's only like 4 or 5 for silly season so far, and it's not like big names.
That's true. So, all right. You had enough?
Yep.
All right. Everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully we got something really big coming up. We'll announce. Other than that, keep coming back. We appreciate it.